All right, go ahead, Jeff.
Hey, coach. So obviously, you come in here, you get the 22-14 win, a couple of bumps. Obviously, the 184 weight where Nathan Haas had to come in. So, kind of, what did you take away from this? You talked about your guys staying healthy. Some of that didn't work out tonight. So, kind of, what were your takeaways from tonight?
Well, my takeaways were, I really liked how Liam Cronin came out. Um, he wrestled with great intensity and confidence. And, I'd like to see him go get that major at the end of the match. So that's one thing I'm critical of, but I was proud of him, how he competed, how he showed great poise and confidence. And um, just, it's really what I take away from the duel, though, is really those two freshmen, Brock Hardy and Nathan Haas. Just we have guys in our program that are young and they're go getters and they're not afraid. And it's nice to see. It's nice to see guys, and that's not just talent. That's just mentality. And so I like our guys. I like our team.
And when you talk about Nathan Haas, obviously he comes in at 184 for Taylor Venz, kind of a two-parter. Why was Taylor Venz not in at the 184 slot? He was kind of
He no
pulled.
he no he had skin infection.
Okay.
It
And then
wasn't COVID. It was just skin infection, and if something flared up. And he's a Minnesota kid. Obviously, he really wanted to wrestle this match, and so he'll be okay.
And then with Nathan Haas, just how impressed were you with him? He basically rode out Webster for the final 3 minutes of the match and just won it 5-2. Can you guys, how impressed were you with him?
Yeah, he just it's not surprising when we recruited Nathan. We knew we knew his work ethic and we knew his character, and he's just come in here and battled. And we were unfortunate not to get him here this summer, but just with the COVID. Um, so I'm real impressed that he's just he's confident when we called upon him. He's like, I'm ready to go, coach. That's why I came to Nebraska. And those are the type of guys that you want on your team. You know, he's got a little dog in him. He just doesn't have a little puppy. He's a dog, and he's tough, and I like it.
All right, go ahead, Margaret.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win tonight.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I know it's been a long time coming, getting back on the mat for you guys. Kind of what was that initial feeling walking out there tonight and seeing your guys wrestle and get that win?
Yeah, it was good just because we're together each and every day, and so that's what it felt like. Well, we're in the practice room, but we're in the Devaney because there was not a lot of fans, just a lot of family, and Minnesota had some family there, and so that felt eerie, but and just felt like we were wrestling a dual meet in a little bit in the wrestling room, but our guys are really tight, and I love the camaraderie we have and the spirit our guys compete with.
All right, guys, any more questions?
Sorry, I was just getting my son to bed after watching the
Rob.
Huskers. Hey, I didn't hear what questions you asked, but did want to ask. So you've been obviously training the guys and recruiting during this pandemic. What was it like competing, and what are a couple little things that you can make adjustments for next time?
Yeah. I think we can continue to build our conditioning. I think some guys didn't quite feel right, whether it's their weight cut or did they get a hard enough warm up. Um, all those things are going to be um, things that we're going to work on, make adjustments going into next Friday. And so, yeah, what I'm trying to think your first part of your questions about how I like the team or what adjustments we need to make besides that, or
Just competing while there's
Oh,
a pandemic going on. Yeah.
yeah, you know, we tried to set up competition in the wrestling room, as you know, probably, you know, and that's good. But people also, it's just their nature. When you know you're a little better than the guy in the wrestling room, then we set up a match. It's not the same thing when someone's coming hard at you. You know, it's a different feel, and you know, you just have to do all the little things and the details to win those tight matches. So I think our guys are going to really take a lot out of it, and there's a lot of great teaching moments because this team has got a big ceiling. We got to keep pushing, and we got a great challenge next weekend, but we're a great challenge. So we you know, we're going to have Taylor back in the lineup. Obviously, Nathan did an awesome job, and what I really liked is we have really two true freshmen, you know, wrestled tonight and performed really well. And we just have that going on our program right now with a lot of young guys that are you know, pushing our upperclassmen. And, you know, they know they wrestle in a tough culture, and, you know, why shouldn't they deserve to win? So I really liked it. And I know those practice extra matches that we had, our guys are going to really take a lot of lessons and move on and grow from that experience.
All right, we have time for one more question if anybody has anything.
Yeah. So you got Hardy, who just got off of his 2-year mission. You've had a couple other Mormon kids like that. How do you ease them into it after maybe not a whole lot of training for the last couple of years?
Yeah, well, that's a great question, Rob. Him and Brandon both got back off there when they came back when COVID hit. They sent all the guys that went on missions back quickly in March. And so as soon as that guy landed in Utah, he was with Kyler Sanderson in a wrestling room with a couple other guys that wrestle at Utah Valley State that he knows and that he grew up with. And he knew Kyler Sanderson runs a club there, and they have a great relationship. So bam, he was just like, I can't wait. And every day, 6 days a week, I'm in that wrestling room. And so he was just busting chop and just getting right involved right away. And he emailed us throughout the process every week. And so we'd get an email, and he talked about how he missed wrestling. And so he was always on his mind. I think, you know, he's just him and Brandon Van Tassel are both awesome kids, and Landon Brown too. Landon grew up in Utah and was at a junior college. He's like 23. He's a little older than Brock and Brandon, but still, you know, he got a good win tonight too in the extra matches. So they're all super high character young men, and they just know how to work. You know, Brandon and Landon and Brock they just know how to work. And he grew up on a dairy farm, so Brock Hardy did. So he's got a little farmer in him, makes him a little tougher. Oh yeah, you know that because you're a Utah guy.
Yeah.
Not quite as tough as South Dakota, but just in that next level. 1B, you know, 1A is South Dakota.
All right, guys, that's all we have time for. Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yep. Thanks.